in previous videos I covered like methods and methods inside objects, but I want to clarify that with very useful methods that come with the string like type. Like if we do, let's say we had text here, it has like all of these methods and values, like length for example. um you probably wouldn't use length though, like unless you're making some sort of like length detector or something. But this is just like the basic methods, like most of the methods. Um, so let's get started. Some like this one and like this one, you probably wouldn't use that much. Let's see, like a cool one would be includes. It's like if it includes something, I don't know if it includes like t. If does it have t? Let's run it. If we do CSS and then node dot, it doesn't show anything. Let's see. Let's console.log it. Like so. If we run it, it says true because it does include it. It returns a boolean. Some functions return different types. Just note that. There's also like includes, because like technically it is like most of like the feature. I think all of the array methods don't. Uh, I'm not exactly sure, but I think it does. Because it has includes and length, which I'll cover in another video, and index of and last index of and stuff like that. Length is just the length of the string, like for this case, if we want to make like this is some text, for example, it's a 17 because it has 17 characters. This, like as we said, is like an array of characters. Um, like if we go into here, it also has some others like slice. This like returns some mm, and it would mostly, this method would, as I said, they like link with arrays. This method would mostly be used in arrays, but it returns like the characters, like as if every character was um like an element in an array. And if we do like, let's see, what is there else? There's like um concat, which would like add at the end, like I want to add test, for example. It adds it. This can also be used in arrays. All of the features from arrays come also in strings, I think so. Um, like there's also some other ones, but those are a bit more like char at would be like would return like the the character in the search and position. So if we do char at 2, it will return the I because it's like 0, 1, 2. Here it is. Remember it. Like JavaScript counts from 0, so do many others. Um, it also has ends with, so we could say if it ends with like, I don't think this one is in arrays, but yeah, because this one isn't applicable to arrays. So if it ends with text, like see, it's true. Now if we do like hello, does it end with hello world, for example? It doesn't, so it says false. Now, if we do like, I'll leave all of the methods and what they do in the description. But yeah, basically, as all of these, I already covered that one. I already covered that one. These are more of a like HTML, like JavaScript HTML type. This is, yeah, I already covered that. Index of, basically, like if we were to do like the index of, I don't know, like this, it will return the in like the start index. If it had like a t, for example, that is in like 2, it'd still say like the first index. Because yeah, that's just the way it works. Like there's other functions like last index of if you want to find the last one. Link is another one, but I won't be covering that one. Local compare is like would be used. Like it says determined whether to the current locale match. Can be used with regular expressions. So if we do dot match, I'll cover regular expressions in a whole other video because they do deserve a whole other video. But if I just write some regular expressions, make sure that this doesn't look scary. I'll cover it in another video. It basically just returns. Note that it just like returns if if it's true. Like if it's false, then it returns null. Now if it's true, like 2, 3, 4, you see it returns a value. It returns an array. Now you would to test if it joins, like if it matches, you'd probably use like the regular expression dot test, which I'll cover in another video. As I said, it deserves a whole another video because I mean it's not really making like much like fairness to regular expressions. Now like here it says normalize, but this is a bit more complicated, so I won't be covering that. Let's see. So there's like normalize, repeat, replace. Replace is just replace what with what. So if we say replace 3 with a, I don't know. It says 2 with a 3. This could be used like if you had like a symbol. Like let's say we had a symbol like this. I don't know. This probably wouldn't be like something like that. Like if we were to have like a player, let's say we had like some text in like a config file. So if we do player and then it would do like player, get them a specific identifier and replace it with anything, it doesn't matter. Let's see. You see it replace it. Okay. Now let's see what else is there. There's also like there's every single tool you'd probably need. Slice I already covered. Split. It splits like with like a splitter. This would be converting from text to arrays. There's also the dot join, which would like do the opposite, do the reverse. So if we do split like this, like split space, this would be used like in a feature tutorial. Make something about Discord bot. If we do like slash command like Discord bot that takes in command slash help and then test, this would basically make this an element and this another element. So if we run this, it says yeah, it makes an array which has the elements. Okay, now let's see. There's also start with, which is basically the same as ends with, but like in the other side. Substring and subs, like these are just the same. They're like oh no, that I don't think they are actually. No, sub is another thing. Let's see. Substr I think is, yeah. If we just do like from like get rid of the amount of numbers, like if we do substring 0, it wouldn't really do anything because like just get rid of anything before 0. If we do 1, it would just remove the first. And now if we were to do like 1, 2, 3, it just like cuts everything that's not in the range of 1, like here basically, and like anything before this and anything like after that. So if we run this, you see it does that. Now yeah, as I said, it can be also be done with substring. Now to local lowercase, like this would be like I said, it converts all alphabetic characters into the current locale. So it has many locales. you should check them out. It's a bit more complicated than this like subject. To string, which wouldn't really make sense because it's already a string. But yeah, this function is applied to every single type. If you're making like a really big library that's gonna be used by many people, not any like library that you're making for yourself or anything, but if you're making a library that has a class that uses like that is a class, you should definitely, if it's not possible, then don't do it. But if it's possible, use .toString to add like that method to that class because it can be useful for many people. You shouldn't use it if it's just for you because yes, just not worth it. It's just like adding these extra classes that you probably won't need is really useful. I think it's kind of a waste of time. Now to lowercase, this would be like if you were to have, I don't know, like let's say we have hello like this. I don't know. Yeah, it would just return the like the normalize like the lowercase. Now, if you wanted to do the opposite, like to uppercase, dot to uppercase, it also has local uppercase, um, like that. It just do the opposite. Hello, how are you? It would be like if you want to convert some normal text, like if you had to have some lowercase text, you want to convert it into like a shouty voice, then you could do that. But yeah, that's another. Um, Now let's see. Trim is removes the leading. It's just like removes like if I were to know this, it just removes some parts. Like depends what you put inside of it. Um, I think that's been like all of them. As I said, I didn't cover anchor, big, or blink, or bold, or anything like that because they're not in like in like Node.js. They're only in HTML, JavaScript. I don't want to cover those because they're like we're doing Node.js, so we don't really would ever need those. But like ends with would be useful if we're dealing with data and we want to parse it or anything like that. Anything like can really be useful for that. Um, Next video I'll probably cover um, arrays and their methods, like the methods of the arrays, because they're kind of similar to this. Um, because in like I think they were made this way because like the language that made JavaScript was basically like strings or arrays of characters. Yeah, there's a type of character in some languages. Um, but yeah, that's like a bit too overcomplicated, which is in C++, which I'll cover in another whole series. Like that's coming way later. Um, Thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and see you next time. Bye.